Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about one of the core principles of the Baha'i Faith. This principle is known as one foundation for all religions. The basic concept is this, that there is only one God, and that God has been worshipped by all of the major religions throughout history. Although they may call him by different names, it's still the same God. Furthermore, all of these religions were inspired and directed by God. So there is only one religion, the religion of God. This religion has had many different speakers and many different expressions, but each has the same foundation and each has the same goal, to help people develop and mature their spiritual side. But wait a sec, why would God use so many different speakers? Why wouldn't he just use one speaker with one religion? Well, you gotta remember that throughout much of history, cultures and civilizations were separated by huge barriers that made it difficult to communicate and share ideas. Mountains, rivers, oceans, deserts. These barriers meant that God's word needed to be shared at a more local level. But as the world has progressed, religion has been able to become more global. The Baha'i Faith uses the term progressive revelation. The idea is that each time God sends a messenger to share his word, that messenger teaches at two different levels. There's the foundational level, which never changes. Some of the fundamental teachings include things like unconditional love, honesty, modesty, selflessness, forgiveness, peace, joy, and worship. This level is all about helping humans develop into mature spiritual beings, to train them in higher morals and virtues. While the foundational level is permanent and never changes, the next level is temporary. This level addresses the laws and cultural needs of the people that it's being spoken to. These laws and commands change depending on the time and place and societies of the people that are receiving it. That's why the laws of Moses differ from the laws of Jesus. Moses was directing a smaller community of Hebrews that were wandering the desert and looking to establish their own land. Jesus was addressing not only a more mature Jewish nation, but reaching out to the rest of the Gentile world as well. Okay, so if there is only one true religion and all the major religions of the world are valid and inspired by God, then what does that mean to me on a practical level? Well, to begin, that means that I no longer need to think of people that follow a different religion as wrong. If each religion can guide a person to spiritual maturity, then they're all correct. Rather than having a barrier between me and someone else, I can embrace them and learn from them. Which brings me to the second point. This means that I can learn from other religions. Now, I don't know about you, but for many years, I've been curious about other religions, but was afraid to study them. It was just one of those things that was kind of off limits in my church. But now, with this viewpoint, I can feel confident in embracing other religions with the goal of further developing my spirituality. Okay, so to sum it up, there is only one religion, the religion of God. God has used many different messengers throughout history to share his teachings and help people mature spiritually. These messengers include the founders of the divine religions, Moses, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Muhammad, Baha'u'llah. Each of their religions have the same foundational teachings that are centered around love for oneself, for others, and for God. Their teachings also include laws that were relevant to the time and place that they were introduced, but don't necessarily need to be followed today. The Baha'i Faith is the most recent revelation to be introduced to the world and includes a perspective that is relevant for today's modern global world. Regardless, because each religion will help people to progress spiritually, we should embrace the followers of all religions and try to learn from each other whenever the opportunity arises. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to check out some of my other videos as I continue to explore the core principles of the Baha'i Faith.